so luckily they didn't have to check that one out because it does look like. Hey guys, so if you have me on Instagram, you know that every Monday I post a picture of a group web chat, which is called the Millionaire Mastermind. This is a group of cleaning company owners that are super rich, and I aspire to be like them one day. And it is run by the greatest cleaning company coach in the world. And he has students from all around North America, 8 of us. And one of them is even actually from Alaska. So within this group, I am the youngest, the poorest, the only yellow-skinned Asian. And it's awesome being the weakest link, trying to fight my way to the top, just to surpass these guys because they all fly first class and I travel on super cheap airlines that don't even show up on Expedia. So once every 3 months, the 8 of us from around North America get together in person so that we can have a weekend retreat where we all get beat up verbally and emotionally, mentally, all so that we can grow our businesses from where they are to where we want them to be. So this vlog will be dedicated to me vlogging that retreat. Okay, so the time is 6:05. I just got up, I showered, I'm getting ready, put some eye drops because my eyes are getting red. But this is probably the most amount of sleep I've ever gotten before a trip, which is like 5 hours. But yeah, because you know, we always have all those like last minute things we have to do, and then we want to stay up and catch up on our shows and whatnot. So yeah, I had a small amount of sleep, but here we go. Alright, so I'm off to the airport, and guess who's my ride? Ta-da! Alright, here we go! So that security screening went really well. I have creatine in my backpack, so luckily they didn't have to check that one out because it does look like. And I really wanted deep tea, but like, look at this line. Boo. So I've landed. I'm here at Toronto Airport. The landing was really bad. Kids crying, adults still worried even though we were already on the ground, which means that probably wasn't a good landing. So I learned not to drive in Toronto anymore. High traffic, GPS trips out a lot, you get lost, and it's just so much chaos for a small city person like me. And what I forgot to do was actually tell the other members that, and then they all ended up bringing their own cars while I took an Uber, because I'm smart. Destination. We are here. About to meet the richest cleaning company owners ever. So here's the thing, our coach loves to rent out huge mansions for us all to stay in together for the whole weekend, and so that we cannot escape the fury when he whoops our asses. There is a washroom in every room around here. Shower. And then I walk in and they just look like regular people eating regular people food. But their cars are on like a whole new level. Let me show you one of their cars. That's some real crazy shit right there. So it's day 1 of the workshop. Woke up early, got a workout in. I don't know why I wake up earlier out here in Toronto, but I actually had a nice sleep. There's my bed. Too lazy to fix it. And the room I got, Oh yeah, princesses and castles, princesses and castles. They said that since I'm the youngest one, that I deserve the baby room. Well, I'm gonna go have breakfast with them and I'll see you in a bit.
Alright, so we finished the first most important module as long as you got that.
And then I never told anyone, but someone stole my breakfast. So I stole Kim's because I want to be like her so badly. I'm the hardest working guy in the room.
And really quick announcements before, hey, I need to grow and that's important to me. We're not gonna go.
And then, without telling them that I've never eaten shawarma before, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And thank God, Natalie, the angel, ordered my food just the way I like it.
They'll actually give you address list based on
What? I ordered 9.
Oh yeah, and then during the lunch break, I decided, let's go knock on the master bedroom door and see what it looks like in there, because I'm pretty sure it's probably more bougie than my whole house put together. You'd have a dance competition in here, it's huge. Look at your closet. You guys even have a mannequin.
Which makes sense because look how many things you have in there.
Holy And then we went for dim sum, and I wasn't sure if they'd be cool enough to want to try this thing I saw on Facebook, but
I would do that.
Alright.
saw it on Instagram.
What are you saying? You get all serious.
Alright, so it's day 2. The first day was really grueling, and then we ended up going for dim sum after at Rosewood, and then walked around Toronto downtown. Well, walked our way all the way to the CN Tower, and that was pretty cool, going there with a bunch of Americans. Then I had to do my homework at like midnight, and then now I'm getting ready for day 2. I'm so nervous. I had so much homework to do and I barely finished it. So I just finished my workout, that's why I'm all sweaty. I'm gonna go get ready and have breakfast. Apparently they're gonna try Tim Hortons. So today I decided to wear... Good morning!
Tonight when we got the people, I don't want to do it with them. Not being able to see the people that think to see us.
And then we met up with other Clean Profit members from the Toronto area and tried Burger Priest, in which I had what's called a Vatican, which is like a double burger where the buns are replaced with grilled cheese, and oh, it was so delicious. Shout out again to Spencer for paying for my burger. So when I was invited to join the group, I wasn't sure if I was a good fit. And then one man by the name of Jason decided to send me an email saying, hey James, look, I really think you're a good fit. And the email alone just pushed me over the edge to make the decision to join. And then guess what? He didn't show up to the retreat. He sent his wife on first class, and she took all these videos of me embarrassing myself when I was drunk. And anyways, so we made this video for him about how it sucks that he wasn't there at the retreat.
Hey Jason, I know you admire this beard, but you know I wish you were here. Kim is here by herself.
Apparently nobody's doing post-construction ever. Ever.
Oh
Ever.
my gosh.
And no scheduling, Jason. No scheduling. I took the beating for you.
So on the last morning, I woke up late because I was hungover and I didn't get to make a good morning video or do my morning exercise. But anyways, the last day was just as intense as the other 2. And this day was dedicated to hiring virtual assistants, and we're basically like, yeah, okay, show us how to do it. But then he made us actually do it. So we all made a hiring ad, and then we all together pressed post. Like, talk about accountability. That's crazy. Oh, and you wanna know what they chose to do for the last night? They decided, why don't we eat in the dark? And like, how am I gonna pick out my vegetable?
I'll do a starter and then surprise seafood and filet mignon.
So of course I couldn't get any video footage inside there because it was pitch black, but let me describe it for you. You can't see anyone else in that room. You have no idea how many people are in there. And I wasn't brave enough to try things like the surprise seafood or the surprise dessert. But the steak, mashed potatoes, and chocolate cake were super bomb. It sucked that I made such a mess while eating, but I couldn't wipe it because I couldn't even see the napkin in the dark. It was just a mess. Oh, and on a side note, the highlight of this dinner was definitely when Kuram and Natalie decided to start rapping Baby Got Back in the dark, not knowing that there were still other people in there listening who eventually started clapping after, but they did the verse, the chorus, second verse, like the whole thing. It was crazy. And then to end off the trip, Kuya Carlo hooked it up by making sure nobody was beside me on the plane, and I got to travel like this. So I learned so much from this trip about being a cleaning company owner or just being a person in general, because hanging out with these guys was just so awesome. Like, they're like regular people, like you and I, except they travel first class and they don't sweat the little things and they take pre-workout like it's crack. But seriously, I was so inspired when I got home and so motivated to change the world. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, so it's less than 30 days to Victoria's wedding in Mexico and I really need to get in shape. So I called up my friend Eman and I was like, hey look, I really need to get into shape and I need to get into shape fast. Can you help me out? And I think I'd be willing to eat vegetables to do it.